Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. My name's David, and this is my channel. Today's video, this world is your mirror, your specific mirror. And it's so important to understand that what you put in front of that mirror is what's going to come back to you. So what does that mean exactly? Because we've all heard of this idea of the world as a reflection, but I think that sometimes we still get it confused. So the biggest thing to understand is that the belief that this world has already meaning and that we're looking at it and then talking about what the meaning is of the world is not true. So, for example, because this is the biggest thing that gets us stuck, it really is looking out and experiencing or observing something, someone, somewhere, and then talking about what it is. Almost like what it is coming from it. But there's no such thing. This world was not designed to look at it and get what's already there. And this is so important. There's no such thing as what's already there. We just got to take that off the table. There's no such thing as something that's already there. And that's so hard to understand and to see, isn't it? But it is true, I assure you. There's only creation. So the mirror is empty. You got to put something in it. You got to put something in it in order to get it back. There's nothing in the mirror. And that's really important. So the world is empty. It's neutral. And you get to decide what you want it to be. So therefore, there's never what's already there. There's always what do you want it to be. What do you want it to be? And this takes a little bit of time for us to understand. It's like this jacket, what do I want it to be? You see, the weather, what do I want it to be? So let's talk about this because there's an order, and I think that's why it's hard to see, is what's coming back right now that we can experience in this moment is what you have created coming back to you, okay? Now, in this moment is your opportunity to create something new. So let's say if my hand is feeling sore or weak, then you could be sure that what's coming back is my thought of it feeling weak, feeling sore, so therefore now it's bringing it back to me. But now I have an opportunity right now to say, no, it is strong, it is powerful. You see, it feels wonderful. So I put that out at the same time that the soreness is coming back. Does that make sense? So instead of seeing the soreness, instead of seeing the weakness, I say, you are strong, you are powerful, and I put that on it. And then that goes out. You see, it might take a little bit to come back and switch from the hand from being weak to being strong. But the opportunity to give it is right here, right now. Now, Abraham would say that since you're in a state of creating, as you do this, the first thing you're going to feel is the first manifestation. And the first manifestation is feeling good. I feel good. You're going to feel it in the form of emotion and a form of feeling. Because now you've changed the thought structure, and the first manifestation is going to be a new feeling. So let's say, even in the midst of this soreness in my hand, I say, you are strong. You are strong. You feel powerful. And I can really resonate with it. I'll feel it in my feeling world, in my emotions first, even though the physical manifestation is coming back a different way. Now, that could easily potentially stop the soreness, or at least the pain, because the pain is coming from my belief continuing to believe that it's weak and sore, you see. And it's moving against what my inner being is trying to tell me. But if I just go, oh, I feel good, I feel good, I feel good, even in the midst of that manifestation that doesn't seem to be working for us, the first feeling you're going to feel, or manifestation you're going to feel is a feeling. Ah, I feel good, I feel good, I feel good. That's a manifestation on its own. Now, if you hold on to that feeling, it will continue going out, and eventually the physical manifestation must switch and change. because the physical world is always matching how you feel. Always. How you feel and what you think. Does that make sense? So what's happened is that we're walking around the world and in our relationships and so forth and so on, and we're talking about how they are. Is that, you see? And that's impossible. Oh, this is how you are, and this is what you are, and this is what you are. And we're basically observing our life and recreating it and giving it the same meaning over and over and over, getting the manifestation over and over and over, and then mostly blaming outside for it. Man, my hand, oh, why do you hurt? Do you see? But at the same time, we're sending it out over and over and over again. The world is a mirror. It's going to reflect back what you decide to put into it. And the first reflection, the first manifestation is going to be a feeling. Ooh, feeling. And then if you look in it long enough, you keep putting it in there long enough, it will come back to you in the form of your physical manifestation. So if the money's not flowing in your account, you have to find a way to say that it is. It's coming. All is well. You see, money is flowing to me. I am one with prosperity, one with abundance, until you feel it in your feeling world. Oh, you say it long enough till you feel it. Okay, I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it right now. I can feel the shifting, the changing going on. Now you're just matching that of your inner being, because your inner being, if you're looking out there and seeing something you don't want, your inner being is sending you something you do. It's the other side. It has to. So as you look at your money and say, I don't like it, inner being says, well, it's coming. I got you. And now you start tuning into that inner being, which is first going to be a feeling. Ooh, I feel good. I feel abundant. I feel prosperity. I feel like it's on its way. And you spend a little bit of time in that feeling world. Hold on to it. Recognize that as soon as you feel it, as soon as you have that feeling of it, it must be coming, must be done. So you hold on to it as if it's done, because you now know, oh, if I can feel it, it's coming. If I can feel it, it's coming, you see. And now if you hold on to it long enough, that other side will come in, that physical part will come in, and you'll see that money shifting and things coming in and things flowing in these interesting ways. Because it must mirror back what you put into it. Now, why is this? Because you are everything. You are all that is. There's not one thing out there that's not inside you. It's the most interesting thing when you really recognize the massiveness of all that we really are, each one of us. But you are creating everything in your life, every experience, every single experience, down to the body, down to your life, down to everything. And that's so important, because the key here is to let go of all of blame, everything outside, and take responsibility for every little thing, because you have called it to you. You have brought it into you. You, each one of us, are the Son of God, the individuated part of the whole. And because we are, there is nothing that is not within us. There's nothing that's not within our grasp. We get to decide. And that's the beauty of this, is that since that world is just completely neutral and you get to put in anything you want in order to experience, that means there is nothing at all coming back to you to stop you, except what you have already put into it in what you call your past. Do you follow? So therefore, what's coming back to you, you put into it. It's just slowed down, so it takes a little bit of time. Do you see? Kind of like a snake moves, a long snake moves, and its head goes here and goes here. And by the time his head goes here, finally the tail comes around. This is how Tai Chi feels. There's this feeling of, I move everything, and then the tail comes around. So it's the same thing with this energy. Is you put something in, but it takes a little bit of time before it comes back in a manifested form. Like a huge tail, long tail. It's going to take a while to come back. So what you're experiencing right now is the tail. It's what you've put out already. And here it comes back in the form of that tail. But that tail is not where you start. You start at the head. So you go back to the head. Do you see? Continue moving the head. Doesn't matter what the tail's got coming in. This is what I see. This is what I see. Right? This is why Jesus said, let the weak say they're strong. Do you see? And he says, humble yourself like a little child. Why? Because if you don't humble yourself, you'll continue putting out what's coming back over and over and over again. You got to humble. He's saying, stop, let go of what you think you know. That way your inner being, your higher perspective can start running the ship more. And you can start receiving the truth of yourself, which is just the improvements of everything that you want. Do you see? So it's tricky because we have this long tail coming in all the time. And we're kind of biting our own tail, fighting our own tail. But if you just recognize, oh, it's just the tail, that's not me, I'm going to go back to the head. I am strong. I am powerful. I am wealthy. I am abundant. I am prosperous. You see? Play with the head. Yes, all is well. And start changing that thought structure long enough until you feel it. I am. What does prosperity feel like? Well, it just feels like freedom, and it feels like flow, and it feels like ease, and it feels like fun until you feel it. Oh, hold on. I can feel that prosperity. I can feel what it is I want. You're putting it in the mirror. You're putting it in the mirror. Here it comes back to you. First manifestation. Feeling, okay, I can feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it. Now you're starting over. Keep going with it, keep going. Keep the manifestation of feeling alive. And then eventually, here it comes as the tail. And now that money starts flowing in. Now that prosperity starts flowing in. Now the body starts feeling better, you see. Now things start coming back into your life in the way you want them. Does that make sense? But we've got to stay there long enough to receive them back. So remember, the world is indeed a mirror. It doesn't have anything to give you except what you've already put in. And if you're fighting it, you're only fighting yourself. That's why it doesn't feel comfortable. You're fighting what was. You're fighting what you put into it in the past. Now it's time to put something new into it. New into it. You see, you are all things. The world's going to give you back whatever you put in. It just does. There's nothing out there pushing against you ever except what you have already put in. So put something new. Decide to see it a new way. Decide to put something new in there. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Find the feeling of it first. You'll feel it immediately. It doesn't take long to get the first manifestation. That's the beauty of it. As soon as you put it in the mirror, oh, here it comes. Feel it. What you put out comes back immediately. And now you feel that physical or that feeling, that emotional manifestation. That's the first part. Oh, yeah, I feel it. Then keep it going. And then now the physical manifestation comes back. Oh, now I see it. Now I experience it. Now here it comes. Here it flows into my experience physically. And now you've got it. Now you create a momentum because you understand it. Now just don't let anybody take it away from you. Let them go. Let them be. Continue on your own path. Oh, I need more feeling. More feeling. Here's more manifestation. More feeling. More feeling. More physical. More physical. Do you see how this works? Feeling, physical. Feeling, physical. That's how it works. And that's how the mirror works. But remember, there is nothing to look at and talk about except what you have already created. What's the point? What's the point of talking about what was? What's the point of talking about what is? You are creating thought, feeling, and spoken word all the time. All the time. And if you speak about what was, then you are creating it again. So instead, take your times, speak what you want. Speak who you want to be, who you really are. I am. Because remember, no matter if you say you are, we are, or I am, it's all the same. It's a creation for you, nobody else. It's your creative world. So what are you going to create today? Thanks, guys. As always, it is my passion and my pleasure to share this. Hit the like button if it's speaking to you, and continue to subscribe and comment. I love your comments. Thank you so much. And as always, my unconditional love and appreciation to all of you.